Shirley MacLaine has never been a conventional Hollywood figure, and her recent reflections involving Rob Reiner have reignited fascination not because of scandal, but because of the rare honesty with which she addressed power, respect, and creative truth in an industry built on illusion. MacLaine, born in 1934, built a career defined by independence, candor, and an almost defiant refusal to conform to Hollywood's unspoken rules, while Reiner, a generation younger, emerged as one of the most influential directors of his era, celebrated for his collaborative style and cultural impact. Their professional intersection, which has often been misunderstood or exaggerated by rumor-driven narratives, was never about romance or controversy, but about a moment when MacLaine felt compelled to speak openly about the dynamics between veteran performers and powerful directors in modern Hollywood. In interviews and public discussions late in her life, MacLaine acknowledged that while Reiner was widely regarded as respectful and professional, their creative philosophies occasionally clashed, revealing deeper truths about how aging actresses are perceived, directed, and subtly constrained within an industry obsessed with control and marketability. Her so-called confession was not an accusation, but a reflection on how even well-intentioned collaborations can expose generational and ideological divides, particularly when a performer with decades of experience finds her instincts questioned by systems that prioritize efficiency over intuition. MacLaine explained that moments of tension were rooted in differing views on storytelling and character ownership, emphasizing that she had reached a point in her career where she no longer felt obligated to remain silent or defer out of politeness. What left Hollywood speechless was not the content of her remarks, but the fact that she articulated something many actors quietly experience but rarely voice, that respect in Hollywood is often conditional, subtly shifting as power dynamics evolve. Reiner, she noted, represented a new generation of leadership, highly competent, structured, and commercially aware, while she embodied an older tradition where emotional risk and personal interpretation were central to performance. Rather than portraying him negatively, MacLaine framed the experience as illustrative of a broader industry pattern, where creative dialogue is sometimes replaced by unspoken hierarchy. Her willingness to discuss this dynamic late in life underscored a freedom that comes only when legacy is secure and external approval no longer dictates speech. The reaction within Hollywood was telling, as colleagues and commentators recognized the courage it takes to challenge the mythology of seamless collaboration without resorting to bitterness or sensationalism. MacLaine's words carried weight precisely because they were measured, reflective, and devoid of grievance, focusing instead on artistic autonomy and the emotional cost of compromise. The confession resonated as a reminder that Hollywood history is often sanitized, smoothing over friction that plays a crucial role in shaping great work. By acknowledging discomfort without assigning blame, MacLaine reframed the narrative away from gossip and toward truth, emphasizing that creative tension is not failure but evidence of authenticity. Her reflections also highlighted how rarely women of her generation were encouraged to assert authority, making her late-life candor feel quietly revolutionary. In the end, what Shirley MacLaine revealed about Rob Reiner was less about him as an individual and more about the evolving culture of filmmaking itself, exposing how respect, voice, and power intersect behind closed doors. Hollywood was left speechless not because a secret was exposed, but because a long-standing silence was finally broken by someone with nothing left to lose and everything to clarify, transforming a simple professional anecdote into a lasting statement about dignity, truth, and artistic self-ownership in an industry that too often confuses compliance with collaboration.